Welcome back to my channel. This is a weekly reading for my earth signs. This is for the week of January 5th. And this week, earth signs, we are going to try a little bit of a more structured format than we have had recently. So I would love to hear your feedback in the comments. This is likely a good time to remind you to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so our first set of cards is going to be what energy is coming up for you this week of January 5th. And the first up, we have the Fates. The second is to be fair. And lastly, we have by the book. Earth signs, I feel like you guys get the Fates a lot. To me, this is something is coming into your energy this week that is fated. And this could be something big, something real, something tangible, like a job, like a promotion. It could be you meet somebody, friendship or romantic. You could get word about a move or some other like major life change, or it could be something intangible. You can hear something, read something, have a conversation in which there is a concept, a theory, a line that literally smacks you in the middle of the forehead and changes your life. It doesn't have to be big. I get the feeling that most likely it will appear insignificant on the surface and even in like the time being, but know that it is fated, it is meant to happen, and the trajectory of whatever this insignificant thing is. Now, again, it could be significant for some of you. This is a collective reading. So if it doesn't resonate, don't force it. Take what fits for you and leave what doesn't. So it could be significant, but if it is insignificant, you may not even realize it at the time or for quite a while. This to be fair card, usually, especially when it's paired with by the book, it tells me that like you're trying to play by the rules. And what I'm hearing is that you probably are, earth signs, trying to play by your perceived set of rules. The universe is sort of pushing you to not do that. And I think that they're doing that because if you're trying to be fair and you're trying to do things by the book, it's likely because you are taking other people's thoughts, feelings, desires, needs into consideration before you are taking your own. And what I'm hearing is this by the book is that energy. The to be fair, this should be your energy, right? You should be considering yourself when it comes to what's a fair playing field. You need to sort of, I see this card with like the figure in the middle. She's got the two sets of arms and hands out, right? Like trying to do everything. Like you're in the center of it all and you're considering everything that's on the outskirts of your reach. But you really need to be looking and concerned with you. Let's get some more on this. The next thing we're going to look at is how can you best align earth signs with the energy that we just looked at, the Fates to be fair by the book. How can my earth signs best align with this energy? Oh, okay. So first out, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, look at that. Fate, positive changes, cycles and changes. Next, and this actually goes great with this card, Two of Pentacles, balancing resources, flexibility, adaptation. Yeah, you might have to be a little bit flexible, but I think really what the universe is saying is that you've done enough adapting. You've done enough flexibility. It's time that you ask those around you to be more flexible, to be the ones to adapt. Now, as I said that, I also heard that there may be instances for some of you that you should be aware of this week in which it would serve you best to be flexible. And that just might mean if you have an idea, an agenda, something in your head that's supposed to go a certain way, or you're expecting it to go smoothly, just know that it may not. And the best way through it is to, be flexible. And lastly, again, they go hand in hand. I'm starting to wonder why I created a structure if the cards are just going to do what they want. Six of Swords totally goes with by the book, leaving behind, moving forward, distance ahead. I think some of what you're leaving behind with this energy is the fact that you have put everybody else at the center, right? Like what this makes me think of is like a round table and you're in the center serving everybody who's sitting at the table. And I know that that's not physically depicted on this card, but like that's the energy of this card that I'm getting. And you sort of need to remove yourself from the center of the table and stop serving everybody else. I think that that's what the universe is bringing up to you here, with the leaving behind, with the balancing of resources, right? You are a resource. And you need to balance yourself a bit more. Leave behind that prioritizing everybody else but you mentality, right? Move forward, put some distance there. Allow those people, those situations to figure out how to balance their own resources, to be flexible, to be adaptable. This is definitely a period of ending cycles and changes that are coming ahead. And I think most of the changes are going to be within you. And again, they may not be very, very evident this week, but I think something might happen that might make you really stop and think and change how you do things differently going forward. So next we're going to look at what challenges might arise. And the first card that popped out was Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, despite the fact that that clearly is a husky. We'll get to that in a second. Next, we have Kissing Ass. And let's get one more challenge that might arise for my earth signs. Played out. Okay, so the wolf in sheep's clothing, immediately someone may present themselves as something that they aren't. I think that you will very quickly figure this out. Get their number, as one might say. And that's all you need to do, right? Because once you know what the agenda is, you know how to operate. You don't need to call them out. It doesn't need to be a thing. You know how to adjust yourself. The kissing ass, this could very well be the wolf in sheep's clothing, but I feel like this kissing ass might be a little bit closer. This is not you, earth signs. You are not kissing anybody's ass. Absolutely not. Somebody in your sphere might be kissing ass. And I think once you discover what the reason is why they are doing that, you're going to roll your eyes. You're going to roll your eyes real hard because whatever the reason is, it's sort of played out. This is not the first time that they've been approaching you about this situation or kissing your ass for this reason, right? It's definitely self-motivated on their end, although they will do their best to not portray it that way. But new wolf, old wolf, you already know what's happening here and you know how to handle yourself. So those are potentially the challenges that might arise this week. And lastly, we are going to look at what do you need to hear this week? And there's a lot that's trying to jump out here, guys. So first up, we have beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted. I immediately heard earth signs. This is what you need to hear because this is you. This is you. You are charming. You are graceful and you are kind-hearted. And I think that sometimes you allow the world, the harsh, mean, cruel world that we can live in, to let you forget that. And what you need to hear this week is that you are all of those things and you need to take them in and you need to embody them this week. The last two I think are together. Elusive, dishonesty, deception, trickery, and then we have past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons. The deja vu, repeated patterns, that definitely goes with the played out. And I think that the elusive, while that's not, I don't think anything or anyone is going to be elusive. I think, again, you're going to know exactly what's what, but I definitely believe that the dishonesty, deception, and trickery goes with the kissing ass and the played out. There will be a situation this week that, again, you are familiar with. So you already know how to handle it. This is just a heads up that it's probably going to happen again. But what you do need to hear is that you are beautiful and graceful and kind-hearted, and just take that in, earth signs. I hope that this reading resonated with you and that you liked the new format. If you did, please let me know in the comments. Until next time.